There's something about a hug. Something so simple, yet profound. It's the kind of connection that transcends words, a silent communication that says more than any sentence could. But what if I told you that the way you respond to a hug could change the course of your relationship, affect how she perceives you, and leave an impression on her mind that lasts long after the moment has passed? A hug is not just a greeting. It's not just an act of affection. It's an opportunity to connect, to bond, to send an unspoken message that could either draw her closer to you or push her away. And yet, most men fail to understand the power of a hug, missing the cues, failing to respond in a way that reflects their true potential. What if I told you that with a single, simple embrace, you could unlock her heart and keep her thinking about you long after the moment is over? Think about the last time you hugged someone. Really hug them. Not just a quick, mechanical exchange of warmth, but a moment where you allowed yourself to be fully present in the gesture. What did it feel like? Was there a lingering connection? Or was it just a fleeting touch that had no real impact? Most of us don't take the time to reflect on what a hug truly means. We brush it off as something small, insignificant. But in reality, a hug can be one of the most powerful ways to connect with another person. It is an emotional exchange. It's a silent conversation. It's a chance to express something deeper than words could ever convey. It's an opportunity to make a lasting impression. But here's the catch. A hug is more than just the act itself. It's about how you respond to it. And the way you respond can shape the way she sees you. It can set the tone for the entire relationship. It can either build a bridge or create a wall. When a woman hugs you, it's a message. It's an invitation. She's giving you a chance to connect with her on a deeper level. The question is, are you paying attention? Are you aware of the power of that hug? Let's break this down. When a woman gives you a hug, it's not just a random gesture. She's sending signals, consciously or unconsciously. The way she hugs you speaks volumes about how she feels about you. There are no words, no verbal cues, just a simple, intimate act of holding each other. But what happens next? How you respond can either validate her feelings or undermine them. You have the power to shape that response. So, what does a hug really say? What does it mean when she leans in a little closer, or when she lingers just a second longer than usual? What about when her arms wrap around you with an almost protective embrace? In the realm of attraction, a hug can be a testing ground. It's an opportunity for her to gauge your emotional maturity, your ability to connect, your comfort with intimacy. And it's a chance for you to prove to her that you understand the language of emotional connection. You see, a hug is not just a physical gesture. It's an emotional one. It's a way to convey feelings without saying a word. A hug could be a simple act of comfort, a sign of affection, or a subtle invitation to get closer. The duration, the pressure, the way her body positions itself against yours, they all tell a story. And if you can read that story, you can respond in a way that deepens a connection and leaves a lasting impression. But here's the real secret. It's not about trying too hard. It's about being present. It's about embracing the moment with confidence and understanding. It's about knowing that this simple, intimate gesture can be the start of something deeper if you respond in the right way. So, how do you respond? First, let's explore the different types of hugs you may encounter. Each one comes with its own set of unspoken messages, and each one requires a different response. The way you react can either create a stronger bond or create distance between you. This is the most casual type of hug. It's quick, light, and often includes a few pats on the back. This type of hug usually comes from someone who sees you as a friend. There's no romantic intent here, just a friendly gesture of affection. But here's the thing, don't let this discourage you. Just because she gives you a friendly hug doesn't mean the connection is lost. In fact, it's your opportunity to build rapport. The key is to stay calm, remain confident, and treat the hug with warmth and respect. The way you respond will let her know you're comfortable and open to deepening your connection. In this case, don't rush to disengage. Stay in the moment for just a beat longer. Look her in the eyes and smile. That subtle shift in your body language, the way you stand tall and grounded, can make all the difference. You're signaling that you're comfortable with who you are and open to whatever comes next. Remember, Every hug is an opportunity, even if it starts as a friendly pat. It's not about forcing something that isn't there. It's about showing that you're willing to connect, no matter where the relationship starts. Now we move to the firm hug. This one lasts longer than the friendly pat. There's noticeable pressure, and it signals that there's some level of comfort and familiarity. She may feel safe around you, but it doesn't necessarily indicate attraction. At least, not yet. In this case, your response matters. If you pull away too quickly, you may signal discomfort or disinterest. Instead, hold the hug for just a second longer than she expects. Watch her reaction. If she maintains eye contact, smiles, or relaxes into the embrace, that's your cue. She's comfortable with you, and this is where you can deepen the connection. You don't have to rush. The key is to stay grounded and respond with warmth and confidence. Don't pull away too soon. Allow the hug to last just a little longer. This small gesture can show that you're comfortable with intimacy, that you're open to deeper connections. This is where things start to get interesting. The lingering embrace lasts longer than usual. Her body presses a little closer to yours, and she doesn't seem eager to let go. This kind of hug can be a sign of deeper attraction, both emotionally and physically. In this moment, don't be the first to pull away. Mirror her energy. If she stays close, you should too. A light touch on her lower back, a gentle squeeze, or a slight lean into her can amplify the moment. This kind of touch shows confidence and presence. It communicates that you're not afraid of intimacy, that you're comfortable with the connection you're building. But be careful. This moment is delicate. If you're too eager, too quick to act, you could break the spell. Stay calm. Let the moment breathe. It's about subtlety. It's about responding to her signals with grace and confidence. Finally, we come to the intimate embrace. This is the most telling hug of all. Her body presses fully against yours. Her head may rest on your shoulder or neck, and she may caress your back. This is the moment where she feels truly safe with you, and likely attracted to you as well. In this moment, don't rush to break the connection. Let her linger. Let her feel your warmth, your presence. This is a time to prove that you're not just here for the moment, but you're here for the deeper connection. You're no longer in the realm of casual friendship. This is where intimacy begins. And how you respond can either deepen that intimacy or kill it. Stay present. Don't be nervous. Allow the connection to grow organically. Respond with your own presence. Steady, calm, confident. A gentle touch on her back, a light caress, or even just holding her a little longer can leave a lasting imprint on her heart. Every hug is a chance to connect. But it's not just about the hug itself. It's about the emotional presence you bring to the moment. It's about the way you respond, the subtle cues you pick up on, and the way you build emotional intimacy through a simple touch. And if you can master that, if you can unlock the power of a hug and respond with confidence, you'll stay on her mind long after the moment is over. It's not about doing anything extraordinary. It's about being present in the moment, embracing her energy, and letting her feel seen, heard, and understood. It's about being the kind of man who knows that true connection is built in the quiet moments. The subtle gestures, the lingering touches, the power of a hug. And that, my friend, is how you unlock her heart and stay on her mind forever. So now that we've explored how to respond to a hug in the moment, let's dive deeper into why these moments matter, why they hold such power, and how understanding this can transform not just how you connect with her, but how you connect with yourself. You see, a hug is more than just a fleeting act of affection. It's a doorway, a chance to step into a space where two people are vulnerable, open, and present with each other. In a world that is often filled with distractions, where emotional connection can feel like a rarity, a hug becomes a sacred moment of shared humanity. It's a reminder that even in the most intimate of connections, vulnerability is at the core. Vulnerability isn't just about exposing weakness. It's about allowing yourself to be fully present, to let down the walls, and show the world who you are without fear, without hesitation. A hug is one of those moments when both you and she have the chance to be real, without the filters and facades that often accompany our everyday interactions. But how does this understanding of vulnerability shape the way we respond? And more importantly, how can it help you maintain a deeper, more meaningful connection with her? Let's talk about emotional mastery. The truth is, most of us have emotional patterns that dictate how we respond to certain situations, particularly in relationships. These patterns are deeply embedded within us, shaped by our past experiences, our upbringing, and the way we've learned to navigate the world. And often, these patterns drive our actions without us even realizing it. Think about the way you react when a woman hugs you. Are you fully present in that moment? Or do you pull away because of past fears or anxieties? Do you feel uncomfortable with intimacy? Or do you lean in, embracing the connection with open arms? Your ability to master your emotions in these moments is what will set you apart. Emotional mastery isn't about suppressing your feelings or trying to control them. It's about understanding them, acknowledging them, and choosing how you respond. Imagine, for a moment, that you've been in relationships where emotional distance was a constant struggle. Maybe you've been hurt before. Maybe trust is hard for you. Those emotional blocks, though painful, can teach us something invaluable. They can be the catalyst for growth, if we choose to face them head on. But when you're standing in a hug, in that intimate moment, what happens if you choose not to run from those fears? What if, instead of pulling away emotionally, you lean in and allow yourself to experience the raw, unfiltered connection? In that simple act of embracing her, you're not just embracing her body. You're embracing the full spectrum of your emotions. You're allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to let go of the emotional walls that have kept you safe, but also disconnected. And that is where true emotional mastery lies. It's about allowing yourself to be open without being afraid of what that vulnerability might bring. Because when you embrace that fear, that vulnerability, you begin to heal. You begin to change. And the people around you feel it. They feel the difference in the way you hold them, the way you engage with them, the way you respond when they need you. But let's not confuse emotional mastery with emotional manipulation. There's a subtle yet important distinction between being emotionally aware and using that awareness to gain control over someone else. True emotional mastery is not about reading the signals to manipulate her feelings. It's about being authentic in a moment, responding to her in a way that is true to your emotions and respectful of hers. The goal isn't to play a game or create an impression. The goal is connection. Real, raw, unguarded connection. The truth is, this is where many men falter. They read the signs, the lingering hug, the intimate embrace, and they panic. They're afraid of moving too fast, of making the wrong move. They try to hold back, to manage the moment instead of feeling it. They overthink, they hesitate, and in doing so, they miss the chance to deepen the connection. But here's the thing. If you don't allow yourself to fully embrace the moment, to respond with vulnerability and emotional presence, you will never fully experience the depth of connection that's possible. It's not just about the hug. It's about your willingness to be open in that moment, to drop your guard, to let the connection unfold naturally, without fear of judgment, without fear of rejection. This is how you become a man who isn't just emotionally available, but emotionally magnetic. So, how do we navigate these moments, these invitations for connection, without sabotaging ourselves with insecurities or fear of rejection? Self-awareness is the answer. To be self-aware is to understand where you are emotionally, to recognize your triggers, your insecurities, and your fears, and still choose to show up fully. To be self-aware is to realize that every hug, every moment of connection, is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to evolve emotionally. It's not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about being honest with yourself about who you are and what you feel, and not be afraid to share that with her. When you are self-aware, you stop seeing emotional connection as something to be afraid of. You stop seeing it as something that could lead to hurt or disappointment. Instead, you begin to see emotional connection as an essential part of your growth, a tool that can help you become the best version of yourself. When she gives you that lingering hug, it's an invitation to open yourself up, to respond, not from a place of fear, but from a place of acceptance. To let go of the past, to stop holding on to emotional baggage, and to embrace the present. In that moment, you're not just building a connection with her. You're building one with yourself. And that's where the real magic happens. Connection is built on mutual vulnerability. When she lets her guard down, and when you allow yourself to do the same, that's when the emotional bond begins to solidify. When you meet each other's energy with genuine openness, You form a deeper connection that transcends the physical. It becomes about emotional intimacy. It becomes about shared growth. It becomes about two people who are not afraid to show up as they are, flaws and all. Now, let's talk about attraction. Attraction is often misunderstood as something superficial, something that happens because of physical appearance, status, or external validation. But the real truth is much deeper. True attraction is born out of emotional connection. It's created in the moments where vulnerability meets presence, where your willingness to embrace the emotional complexity of the connection creates something that is magnetic, irresistible. When you respond to a hug with emotional confidence, when you lean in instead of pulling away, you are creating a space of emotional intimacy. And that intimacy is what makes you irresistible. It's what makes her feel safe, seen, and heard in a way that no other man can provide. The most attractive quality you can possess is the ability to show up emotionally, to be vulnerable, present, and steady in moments of connection. And this, my friend, is the key to unlocking her heart. But don't get it twisted. Attraction is not about trying to win her over with grand gestures or playing games. Attraction is a natural byproduct of being emotionally available, of understanding yourself and your emotions, and of responding to her with authenticity. This is how you stay on her mind, not through calculated moves or clever tactics. You stay on her mind because you've shown her a depth of emotional understanding, a presence that makes her feel connected, safe, and valued. And when you can do this, when you can navigate the dance of emotional connection with grace and authenticity, you will unlock her heart and leave a lasting imprint. In the end, it's not the hug that makes you unforgettable. It's how you respond, with vulnerability, with presence, with self-awareness. Because when you allow yourself to be fully present in those moments, when you show up as your authentic self, you not only unlock her heart, but also begin to unlock your own. And that is the true magic. When you embrace your own vulnerability and through it, create a connection that lasts forever. If something in this message spoke to a part of you that words alone cannot reach, consider staying connected. Your thoughts, your questions, and your reflections matter. So leave a comment below. Share this video with someone who might be standing on the edge of their own inner transformation. And if the journey we're exploring here aligns with your own, subscribing is one small way to walk this path together. Thank you for your presence, not just for watching, but for truly listening. Until next time, keep turning inward